Today we are going to discuss about distribution automation, Unit 5 entire chapter in one video. Distribution automation syllabus regarding distribution automation, substation automation, all this is discussed in previous video, which is mentioned in description also, the link is. Distribution automation performs so many functions. Based on functions, the distribution automation is a family of technologies include sensors, processors, communication of networks, switches that can perform number of distribution system functions like switching, fault detecting, isolating, and storing, recording, controlling. All will be functions of distribution automation. A distribution automation basically a family of technologies that enables user to control the apparatus, electrical apparatus like substation, feeders, all this will be. Recently, distribution automation performs reactive power compensation on automatic switching also. An automated system, an automated electrical distribution system ensures that the power is transmitted efficiently without any interruptions. What is the purpose of automated system is the number of man interventions are less. The number of man interventions are well less, that is interference. Without any person, the system will be controlled. Automated system is and enhance the power quality and reliable of power supply like that. An automated electrical distribution system ensures that the power is transmitted efficiently without any interruptions. Faults in transmission lines are rectified with less number of human interventions. How to identify in long transmission lines or any substation if any fault occur? How the buses, if any fault occur, bus or relays or in feeder in transformer, the fault detection system can be monitored and recorded the event of fault, or if the fault level is low or high, or if a temporary fault, that will be automatically sectionalizing switches and reclosers, they will operate. Communication, the basic type of figure shows typical distribution automated system. Figure is typical automated system consists of communication and control system is required, that is computer. For this computer, the distribution equipment is interfaced to communication port by using the RTU, like interface equipment is RTU or like that Scada, and so many systems we are using automated systems, automation and control automation equipment. This is a block diagram regarding communication and control system. Distribution equipment, in the distribution equipment we are using switches, NONC switches, normally open, normally closed switches, or relays, CT, PTs. All from this all we are taking the data from the CT or relay can be taken to microprocessor, and in RTU have programs. The program will be PLC, programmable logic controller. It is one of the part of RTU. The DOS system, various quantities like voltage, frequency, all will be recorded. According to that, the data will be transmitted or field data acquisition system, remote terminal unit RTU. These quantities are transmitted online to the base station through communication channels. Next one, data acquisition, data processing. Data acquisition system is the base station display the multiple computers. To display what is the data acquired, graphical user interface, using graphical user interface that will be displayed. The implementation of Scada system. The implementation of Scada system in electric utilities involve so many types of switches, RTU, data acquisition system, communication interface, control computer. These are the main 5 parts that included in distribution automation in Scada system. Scada also comes under distribution automation. The implementation of Scada, supervisory control and data acquisition system in sectionalizing switches, RTU, DOS, communication interface, and control computer. These are the main parts of distribution automation. Coming to one by one sectionalizing switches. The sectionalized switches are basically either air brake switches or load brake switches or moduled case circuit breakers. Sectionalizing switches may be module case circuit breaker or air brake switches, NONC. These are remotely operated by switches designed specially for 11 kV and 450 feeders. These sectionalizing switches plays important role whenever fault occur. If any fault occur in one feeder, adjacent feeder can be connected by using tie and sectionalizing switches. To avoid opening of switches due to transient voltage or any mal-operation, generally 1.5 to 3 seconds delay is provided for sectionalizing switches. 1.5 to 3 seconds delay will be provided. If the fault is temporary in nature due to air, due to temporary nature, that is due to windays or due to any object fallen on, any bird is fallen on the line, if the fault is temporary, then it can be automatically closes, that is sectionalizing switches plays important role. If the fault is continued for a longer time, then it will give the signal to circuit breaker to trip. That is the sectionalizing switches purposes. Benefits obtained from sectionalizing switches is immediate isolation with identification of faulty section. Isolation of the faulty section, if the fault is continued immediately without any damage to the system, it will be isolated. Immediate restoration of supply if the fault is temporary, or if the system is healthy, immediate restoration. That means power quality, the power supply will be within 1 minute to 2 minutes, the power will be restored to the consumer. No downtime for transient faults, that is temporary faults or transient faults, no downtime. Improvement revenue due to less outages. If the outages are less, the power bill or power enhancement of power quality gives rise to more revenue for distribution companies. Requires less manpower in the system, better reliability of power supply, that is power quality will be improved. Coming to the next one, remote terminal unit. Terminal unit, it is an important part in case of Scada system or distribution automation. The name sense remote terminal unit, it is also called as receiver transmitter unit or remote terminal unit, also called as receiver transmitter unit. It is can transmit the data and receives the data, hence it is called receiver cum transmitter. Remote terminal unit consists of PLC and no load switches. Let us discuss this. The remote terminal unit. A typical SCADA system consists of RTUs to be recorded and check the measured values. Any SCADA system definitely requires remote terminal unit that can collect the data and receives and gives the information to the system by using remotely. Then it is remote terminal unit. The opposite direction transmitted commands, it also transmits the commands and set point values to other signals to the switchgear and other activators. The master, it consists of totally RTU is one of the part of SCADA system. If you know the remote terminal unit, you can write the SCADA also, because it is the part of SCADA system. Main heart of SCADA system is RTU. It senses the various parameters by using switches, relays and protection devices like differential protection, merge price protection, so many protection devices. From those it receives the data from the sensors, and it will be stored in PLC, programmable logic controller. That is, programmable logic controller understands NONC like that. And again, the master control, that is SCADA, a control system. Master control means a computer. From the RTU, it is interfaced to the telephone lines or through radio frequency lines. Wireless also we can transmit the data from RTU to telephone line. After that it goes to master control. Again, master can either the person may be read or may not be read the values, hence it will be recorded. But similar to if you are not reached to the phone call, the phone call will be recorded in sometimes. You can see in the movies, if the person is not available, the phone call will be automatically recorded. You can, whenever you are free time, you can see what are the recordings, what are the phone calls to you. Similarly, remote terminal unit senses the data from the various switches. After that, it will gives to the master computer. The master computer totally stores the data in digital form. What are the functions of RTU? The main function of RTU is receive and transmit. Acquisition of information such as measured values and signal meter readings, etc. The data will be taken. Acquisition from information such as measured value, signals, meter readings, all this will be stored in the master computer. Transmit commands, instructions, set points, control variables, etc. to devices like circuit breaker. If any circuit breaker is there, the signal will be, the program will be sent to the circuit breaker transmit the commands. Recognition of changes in input signal, state, time allocation, sequential recording of events, master control stations. These are the various functions of RTUs. Processing of information transmitted to telecommunication equipment, remote communication control system. Figure 2 shows a typical architecture of an RTU. It is not only RTU, it was not only RTU, that is a remote terminal unit, it both transmitter and receiver, transceiver. RTU is transceiver. It is master control sends the signal to the system, receives the switch signal to and send back to the master. Hence it is called transmitter cum receiver. The commands from the master control station transmitted to PLCs and the relay switch states on off is transmitted to again master control opposite direction. Hence RTU is called transceiver. Transmitter cum receiver is RTU. It sends the signal to the master computer from the switches or relays. Again, the data will be sends the command signal to the switches or circuit breakers to open, to close. If the system is healthy condition, it will be automatically closed. Coming to Scada system. Scada, everybody knows that what is Scada, supervisory control and data acquisition. Scada is a platform with basic functionality to handle the events, alarm processing, monitoring, and limits measurable power qualities. Power quality can be enhanced by using Scada system. A typical Scada system consists of various parts, that is RTU is the main part in Scada system, or so many PLCs, Scada host computer, Scada host gate, PC gateway, and the person can monitor. What are the functions of Scada system? The main function of Scada system is to acquire the data, that is data acquisition, man-machine interface, and alarming. This is the table regarding functions of Scada system. This is the table regarding functions of Scada system. The data will be acquired from so many sensors and the data acquisition systems. After that, it will be man-machine interface and cast point and calculation of reports, data achieving, data supervisory control, interlocking and alarming event and processing of alarm, data acquisition. It is a continuous cycle process which can be used for a Scada system functions. Customer information system, and then another one coming to the syllabus of customer information system. It is a collection of data actually. Who are the customer information system? The customer information system was developed to solve customer accounting functions. Customer accounting functions. The customer information system was developed to solve customer accounting functions and trouble call analysis function. In the customer information system, it is often to use in connection with a trouble call or connect the troubleshooter to the location of support the suspected devices. You can complain through a app, or you can communicate with the distribution companies through apps or through location, through GPS also. This distribution system and provides the trouble call analysis function, that is customer information system. Coming to data acquisition system. Data regarding the complete consists of electrical and mechanical variables, on, off state, analog or static quantities, all the devices which generates outputs, relays, sequencers, circuit breakers or sectionalizing switches. All this will be produces some data that will be acquired, and the sequence of events, time, the sequence of events, time, occurrence of the several other data which can control room operator will like to, it will send to the data. The function of data acquisition system is, the data is acquired by means of current transformers. Current transformers senses the fault current and gives the signal to the circuit breaker. And PT transducers, all these input devices which gives the information regarding electrical parameters. Form of collecting transmission. Data may be collected at low level. The data is in the form of enable easy measurement and transmission. Data may be collected low level or high level. Whatever be the data that is collected, that is converted into AC, digital to analog to digital form, that will be stored in data collection. Then it is a amplified signal amplifier and conditioned data. It is amplified and conditioned. Data amplifier condition. The data is transmitted from the process location, the control room, and from the control room, control center. It is large number of electrical, mechanical, and other scanned required intervals recorded, displayed as per the requirement. Coming to the communication interface. The communication interface, how to communicate, how to interface the data which is collected in the form of data acquisition. The good data communication system transmit the control commands and data between distribution control center and large number of devices remotely located in the substation, where the instruments or sensors or switches are remotely connected. Those will be collect the data through communication interface. RTUs communicate with the control room. The communication interface majorly doing with the RTUs, remote terminal units, with the control room through common communication interface with the, that could be any following. Power line carrier communication may be used in data communication interface, or fiber optic data communication also we can use. Radio communication we can use. Public telephone communication we can use. Radio frequency, that is wireless transmission, also we can use. The communication interface will be in 4 ways, A, B, C, D. You can see that PLCC, power line carrier communication, flexible fiber optic communication, radio communication, public telephone communication, or satellite communication, or pairing scheme. Fiber optic communication. In this fiber optic we are using cables, number of cables. Fiber optics, application of fiber optic communication is presently in infant stage and it has vast scope to freedom. Fiber optics with its applications, with the use of fiber optic cables we can transmit the data. Fiber net also we are using nowadays. What is that? AB fiber net, like that. Fiber optic communication we can use. In radio communication, coming to radio communication. Radio communication utilities, frequency bands on 8.5 MHz to 13 MHz. Without links, without cables or without wire conductors, they can communicate with others. Limited area radio scheme, mobile radio sets, emergency radio communications, all comes under radio communication. And another one, public communication in Scada system, communication system will be satellite communication. What is distribution SCADA or SCADA? Distribution SCADA involves collecting and analyzing. What is distribution SCADA? What is SCADA? SCADA also may be called as distribution SCADA. We can say that distribution SCADA, collecting and analyzing the information to take decision or implement appropriate decisions, and then verifying whether the design resolve or achieved. What is distribution SCADA? Involves taking decision and collecting information regarding parameters. Data acquisition in an electric utility SCADA system. What are the functions of distribution SCADA? Again, the functions of distribution SCADA is similar to SCADA functions. Data acquisition, what are the data acquisition that taken that it will be connected, from that it give alarm. Initially man-machine interface and calculation of reports, data achieves supervisory control and interlocking. This is the table regarding a block diagram regarding distribution SCADA functions. What is man-machine interface? How the man or human will be interfaced to the machine or computer, man-machine interface. Through communication channel, the human or a person will be interacted with the SCADA system. The implementation of SCADA system in electric utility requires installation of remote terminal unit RTUs. Installation of remote terminal unit RTUs that interface the man-machine interface. The acquired data and transmitter in the same master station. The acquired data will be transferred to master communication station. They collect the data from transducers, transmitters and connect. From the so many devices we are collecting the data, and after that remote terminal unit transmit the data. After that master computer gives the data. All this will becomes under man-machine interface. This diagram represents man-machine interface. How the man is communicated with the power networks. Man communication equipment, it is a bidirectional data, hence the arrow mark will be both sides. The arrow marks will be first the man will communication equipment and instrumentation equipment and RTU. After that power networks are process, that is externalizing switches and relay circuit breakers. All this will be the man is interfaced with the power networks through communication channel and instrumentation, means in the sense transducers, RTU, transducers, actuators, power networks process. What are transducers? What is the function of transducer? All will comes in next semester, that is instrumentation. A transducer is a device which can convert one form of energy to another form. Mechanical form will be converted to in the form of electrical signal, that is electrical transducer, LVDT, RVDT, like that. Sensors. Again, what are the functions? Briefly we can discuss here. Distribution automation functions provide means to more effectively manage minute-to-minute continuous operation of a distribution system, can be given by distribution automation functions. What is distribution automation function is? Distribution automation function provides minute-to-minute. Again, briefly we can discuss what is distribution automation. In other words, it provides minute-to-minute observation. Distribution automation, it utilization of electrical energy, how the energy is utilized. Distribution automation provides a tool to achieve maximum utilization of physical plant and to provide highest quality of service. That is the main, our motto is distribution automation is provide highest quality. Distribution automation systems are modules, hence they may be implemented in stages commencing from modest degrees to capability, provides complexity. For example, utility may start with limited capability, a SCADA system for substation monitoring, substation automation also by using SCADA system, feeder automation also we are doing with the SCADA system. Like that we can say that distributed automation plays important role for automated system. What are the functions of automated system we discussed at the time of starting of this unit. Coming to another topic, that is distribution automation or substation automation. Substation automation is In the technology we are applying sectionalizing switches and CTs, relaying operator, circuit breaker, how the circuit breaker works, how the sectionalizing switch. If any fault occur in bus bar automation, that is substation automation also involves bus bar. If any fault occur in bus bar in substation, that faulty bus will be disconnected and the adjacent bus will be connected. Similarly, transformer also. Under healthy condition, what are the healthy condition? If the healthy condition is restored, the bus bar, failure bus bar, again after recovering we can connect. Instead of connecting to faulty bus, if any fault occur in one bus bar, another bus bar, the near bus bar or healthy bus bar will commence the load. Increased performance and reliability of electric protection. Again, what is substation bus automation we discussed in previous video. Next video, that is substation automation. Remote switching, advancing supervisory control, all will be possible through substation automation, feeder automation, or busbar automation, transformer, substation automation in the sense what are the parts of substation, transfer distribution transformers, busbars, circuit breakers, and so many equipments, feeders, all this comes under substation automation. What are the requirements for a substation automation? General requirements for selecting automation system. What are the requirements for selecting a automation system is the system should be adaptable to any vendor's hardware. Any system hardware can be easily installed in that system, then only we can possible distribution automation. The bus voltages, frequencies, what are functioning of substation automation, power factor, real reactive power, what are the various parameters, voltage, frequency, current, all these are basic variables related to substation control instrumentation. If any power factor or voltage, current, the relay will operate. If the relay's protection and control panels all will be comes under substation automation. The panels along with PC, automatic operation at various circuit breakers, tap changing, auto closer, sectionalizing switches, and another devices like bus bars. Abnormal conditions can be identified in distribution automation, especially in substation automation. After that, it will give. These are the various functions of protected system or consumer information system. Consumer information means field service. What are the functions of consumer information service orders, field service, account management, new businesses, billing, service rates, all this. We are paying electricity bill or we are paying with the consumer information system. Whatever be the electrical energy we consumed in our house, that is collected through remotely by the person. After that it will be entered into the database. In the database all will be shown. That is consumer information system, especially used in distribution side to collect, to identify the fault. All this will be account management also. For your account you are paying with billing means it is by API SPDCL by being billing, or TSPDCL also you are paying the bill, service rates, fix the amount received. Total what is the energy consumption you consumed over a last month energy consumed also, last month what is the energy consumed, that will be displayed. Next is geographical information system. Geographical information system function is if you take mobile, then what is that one global setting is there, geographical information system, GPS. Similar to GPS, geographical information system is a computer based system which enables us to compute, store, analysis and display the data geographically from base locations. GIS is advanced technology which can control process of locating and attributing data at various spatial features. GIS took place in the year 1960. GPS, how it works, if you move, what are the data past and present also it will give. That is geographical information system. From GUI, graphical user interface, software and hardware can be increased applied GIS. And another one is automatic meter reading. It is also comes under what is that consumer information system, how the automatic meter reading is obtained in physically without going to the meter. By the through Bluetooth also we can collect the data, or if you are using nowadays it is a mobile, in that mobile also you can pay the bill. Automatic meter reading due to it is possible due to automatic meter reading. Suppose if you go for APSPDCL app in power sector distribution app, that is TSPCDL or APSPDCL app, you can see amount, unit, service, energy meter, and what is the energy meter reading. After that how much electricity bill in rupees also, present and past months also you can see. That is totally comes under automatic meter reading, then only it is possible. AMR software has beneficial function as supervision of meters. Automatic meter reading is one of the software that is supervision of meters is possible. AMR software has been beneficial functions as supervision of meters. Automatically the meter readings will be stored in database. Operation conditions, decisions, and data exchange of meter, tariff and load control. What is the load, or previous month load, or 5 months 6 months back also what is the load, what are the how many units you consumed, that all will be displayed in the database. You can see in the app also, consumer information system or automatic meter reading, all will be parallelly together, they will work. That is about total distribution automation.